Well, hello. Welcome to the wake up call, whatever time it is where you are. I'm Stacey Hall, and I am a proud Digital Mentors coach and member of the Digital Mentors community. And I have my own mission, which is to raise the reputation of our industry, the sales industry. Anybody who makes their living by presenting products or services in exchange for payment is somebody that I consider to be a sales professional. And so my topic today is going to be all about how to do no harm. Because when we think about that term, we know that it's applied to doctors. Doctors take an oath to do no harm. And no matter how you feel about the medical profession, that's their oath. You know, I think without it being stated, that most people in the sales profession hold that to be their oath too, to do no harm, to do no harm to the people we want to present our products and services to. So I'm not going to talk about that today, doing no harm to the people we meet. I talk about that at other times. Today, I want to talk about how to do no harm to ourselves. Because what we focus on is what we get more of. And bringing ourselves back to a place where we feel it's noble to tell people that we're a sales professional. Like going around saying, what do you do? I'm a sales professional. And saying it with pride, that doesn't happen so much anymore, if it ever did. But a lot of that has to do with not feeling good about ourselves, right? We talk about that a lot here on the wake up calls. How do we get ourselves back to feeling good about ourselves? And there's another word that doesn't get used very often, but it's a very powerful word. And I'm surprised it doesn't get used very often because it's what a lot of people do. It's what I did to myself for many years. And the word is debasing. DEBASING. Debasing ourselves. One of the places that most people are familiar with the term is in the Bible. But the definition is to lower in character, to lower in dignity, to lower in quality, or to lower in value. And we're going to take a look at all four of those today. What does it mean to lower in character, to debase ourselves, to lower our own character? What would that mean to you? Are you always honoring your character, your personality, the way you treat other people? I've really been thinking about this over the last couple of days. So yesterday I put a post out, a reel, and I said, you know, I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea, right? But I don't lower my character, meaning I don't feel bad about my character, my personality, because I know within my heart, I'm not trying to treat people badly at all. Quite the opposite. But I have a particular character that works for some people and probably doesn't work for most people. And so I said, if I was a beverage, I'd be espresso. Right? Not a whole lot of people like espresso. It's for a discerning taste. But people like it for its warm, robust, comforting, as well as energizing, both comforting and energizing at the same time. And so I am now even more so honoring my character and thinking of myself as a cup of espresso, really fine quality coffee beans going into that espresso. What's a metaphor that you could create, whether it's a beverage or something else? Somebody wrote back, as I said, what beverage are you? And a person said molasses. I said, as a beverage? And she said, no, as a way of life. She's honoring that she's sweet and thick and moves slowly. Okay, as long as it's an honoring and not a disrespecting. So I'd be curious to know what kind of beverage, if you want to share it here, what kind of beverage would describe your character that you're proud of, that you could say, yeah, that's who I am. You know, some people are green tea, they're very zen, okay? And other people are, you know, fizzy drinks, and some people might be a Red Bull, as they say. That's a way of defining our character pretty quickly. And then, like, yeah, that's who I am. I love it. Okay? So rather than harming ourselves by saying what we are not, let's enjoy in who we are. All right. Then there is, in debasement, lowering in dignity. And dignity, I think we all know what dignity represents, and it's carrying ourselves with grace and with respect and giving that to other people, which we probably do more of than we do for ourselves if you're like most folks. But let's also talk about dignity in communication. So I had somebody ask me just already this morning, how do I respond to somebody in a particular way? Like they were trying to pitch this person. Say, how do you respond? Well, I like to respond with a dignified approach, which means I'm raising myself up above, not the person, but up above the question or up above the pitch. And how I'm responding is about who I am, which is why it's great to have a one-liner or a micro story that very quickly states what you're up to. So that when someone is pitching us, we're not going down to the pitch, but we are rising above and saying, could sound like a pitch, but this is a little bit different. It's like, I'm so thrilled that you love what you do. That's fantastic. I think it's great when people are passionate about what they do. And I'm passionate about, and for example, I'll share mine with you. I'm passionate about the fact that for women business owners who are tired of the struggle required to get out of their comfort zone and are spending more time doing that than making money, I have a simple strategy that makes it easy for them to make more sales, enjoy more satisfaction, achieve more success, while leaving a legacy that lives on long after they're gone. That's what I write back. It's dignified. It says what I do. My mission. A mission is more dignified, I will just say, than, hey, want to take a look at my video? Like, no, because we don't know each other yet, and I don't know who you're really there to serve, and if you really know who you're there to serve. Like, when I'm sharing with somebody, this is who I serve and why and how, they know I'm really committed to it. It's a dignified response. So are your responses dignified? Do they let others know that you really understand what you're up to in the world? Okay. Another way we can debase ourselves is by lowering our quality. And I see this all the time, all the time. Just because we offer something at no charge doesn't lessen the quality of the gift. But when we give gifts to people who have not demonstrated that they're worthy of receiving the gift, we lower the quality. So I have lots and lots and lots and lots of lead magnets. You probably do too. I even offer them in my short reels or in my posts. I'll say, if you like my whatever lead magnet, let me know. When somebody says they want it, I do not automatically send it. First, I say, I'm sending you a private message. And I don't say I'm sending it in a private message. I am sending you a private message, which puts them on alert to go take a look. And you know, the percentage of people who ask for something and then never look at their private messages, don't even look at their notifications to see if I responded to them. I've talked about this with people for years. We all have the same experience. I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. Okay. But then they don't even check back to see if they got it. FOMO, fear of missing out. It's all it is. But they're missing out all the time because they're always too busy to get all the things they said they wanted. So being dignified and keeping the value of the quality of what we're offering. When I send that message, I'm saying, one, I saw you requested my whatever lead magnet it was. I saw you requested it, and I put the link to the post where they commented so I can prove to them they asked for it. Not being bitchy, I'm being helpful because lots of people forget what they asked for. And then I will say, I would love to know why this is of interest to you. I look forward to your reply. I would love to know why this is of interest to you. I look forward to your reply. Why? Because I want them to work a little bit to get it. When they put something in, what I'm going to send to them is far more valuable now. The quality has gone up. I didn't just throw it at them, which is what they're expecting. And then it's like, okay, I got it now. I'll just put it over to the side on the pile of all the other things I asked for, right? No. Like, well, yeah, why do I want it? At that point, often I will not get a response because people are like, yeah, why did I ask for that? And you might say, but Stacey, you missed out on an opportunity. It's like, no, I didn't. I want quality prospects. And I want them to see that what I have is quality, even if I'm giving it at no charge. And notice that I don't say free because free has no value. Everything I've compiled has value, whether or not I charge for it. right? Everything you compile has value, whether or not you charge for it. So maintaining the quality is our responsibility. And those people who actually do respond and tell me why they're interested, now I can build a relationship with them. Now I give them the gift, as well as say, let's jump on a quick call and I'll give you a few more tips, since that is what you are asking for, right? Now they see the quality that I've put in and how I see them as a quality person, a qualified prospect, right? Isn't that what qualified means? Quality? Well, it has to start with me. I have to know that I've got quality. And it's the same with, lessening or lowering value. These two things go together. Quality and value, same thing. But when we look at ourselves, a lot of times, and I'll go back to years before now, I did not value myself at all. In so many ways that I won't go into, from the very personal to the very public. It was obvious I did not value this creation of God's. I believed what other people said, and I was around people who were not pleasant or respectful or honoring of me as God's creation. There was always something wrong directed at me for many years. And I really bought into that until I was on my own. And after years of personal growth work and understanding the concept that God doesn't create mistakes, and then learning how to take care physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, what was this creation, the four parts of this creation. It wasn't until I did that I could really value what this is without ego. And some of you might say, well, what does she think she's that and all that in a bag of chips? Well, through God's eyes, I bet you I am, just as you are. Through those divine eyes, but through those divine eyes, there's also humility and modesty and no ego. I honor that I get to have this soul, this spirit, this body. This is what I got to have in this world. So I'm going to take really good care of it. And I'm only going to put this body, soul, spirit, emotions, thoughts in places that value it. Can you say the same thing? That you're only putting you, all of you, in places where you're valued. Because in business, especially, let alone our personal life, when someone says to us, everybody needs what you're selling, go talk to everybody, the vast majority of the everybody's will not be able to appreciate what we have to offer. So we offer it, they say no, we think it's a reflection of us That's not a reflection of us at all. You know, the old statement, you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. If you're presenting a solution to somebody who has the problem it solves, if you're doing that and they still say no, it's them. It's their filter. It's their lack of valuing themselves. It's whatever led up to them not having the money or not understanding how to make the choice to improve their life. It has nothing to do with us. If we chose to share it with the right people who have the potential to value it. And if they still don't value it, still not us. It's them not valuing it. If it's the right match. But so many people throw spaghetti at the wall and say, all right, I'll respond to the people who stick. Instead of finding out first amongst everybody here who is likely to value what I have to offer because they have a need for it. So this is how we stop debasing ourselves, how we stop doing harm to ourselves, how we start to enjoy life, achieve success, have dignity, have respect, have quality, have value, without bragging, without ego, without being a bull in a china shop. Truly being able to say, I'm no longer doing harm to myself, physically, emotionally, mentally, or spiritually. So I'm going to head over. I'm going to stay right here, live stream, and I'm going to head over to our page, and I'm looking forward to see what you all might be saying, because what you have to say is far more important than what I have to say. And let's see, the live doesn't appear. I just had somebody say they're not finding the live stream. And that would make two of us. I'm not finding it either over there. So let's see if it's somewhere else. Okay, let's go over to the Digital Mentors main page. It's probably there. There we are. Okay, good. Lots and lots of comments. Okay, so starting at the beginning. Mark, yes, don't cast pearls before swine. That is my favorite phrase. Hello, Miranda. Elizabeth is relating, especially doing harm to yourself. Well, let's stop that. Kim, good to see you. Okay, I know that there's lots of comments here. And let's see what they all are. Okay, Terry. Oh, Mark. Mark is an espresso with a shot of Sambuca. All right, Mark, I want to hear why. Why the extra shot of Sambuca? Terry, the beverage idea is new to me. Maybe coffee with milk. And Terry, I would love to hear why. Okay, Mark is an IPA Indian Pale Ale. Now he's shifted over strong, bold, and flavorful. Okay. Okay, and Anthony's saying, speaking my language, Mark. Elizabeth, yes, don't just ask quality prospects. Elizabeth's totally relating. Okay, great. Let's see. Okay. All right. Bianca is a Sprite, bubbly, cool, and effervescent. I would agree with that. Knowing you, I think you are very sprightly. Okay. Yeah, Bianca, the quality of the gift isn't lessened based on it being free. Uh-huh. Bianca, everything I have is quality whether or not I charge for it. You've got that right. Absolutely. Terry, dignified. I love that. Yeah, let's carrying ourselves with dignity. Kim Wendy, I used to think the way you mentioned was being pushy. Now I totally get why you do it this way. Oh, good. All right. Elizabeth, your beverage would be sweet and comforting. So what is that, like English breakfast tea with a little bit of honey, or what would make that sweet and comforting? Robert, quality instead of quantity is long-lasting influence. Absolutely. Thumbs up. Hello, Kathleen. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we've got some comments that are hidden, not exactly sure why. See if you can post them again. So, oh, I like that, Miranda. Stop blaming yourself for anything that you do. Absolutely. Let's stop that. Okay, Elizabeth says tea with honey for sure. Yep. Okay, Terry's down to earth and practical. She's coffee and milk. And if you all are wondering, it's like, what are you guys talking about if you just came in? I was suggesting that a way of introducing ourselves is like people expect us to do the business thing, right? But what if you said to a new friend, hey, you can see what I do from my personal page, but I'd love for you to know a bit about me. If I was a beverage, this is what I would be. How about you? It's something they don't expect. It's a great way to find out more about their personality, and it's fun. So I'm curious if anybody here is planning on actually doing that today. Would you start introducing yourself to new friends as the beverage you are and ask them to share what they are too? All right, I'm looking to see if there's any others here. Bianca, she never thought about being a beverage, but yeah, I think you came up with a great one. You are sprightly. Let's see. Kim created a reel too last night with the beverage idea. Kim Riley, very cool. Kim, looking forward to. So I want to know, what kind of beverage are you? Elizabeth's going to use the idea. Good. Marvelous. Yeah. Come on, created a reel too. Would love to hear more about what kind of beverages you are. Okay. So with that said, Jennifer Ray's Pepsi or hot chocolate. Two very different types of beverages. What's the common denominator there, Jennifer Ray? What would you say you are? Okay, so today, let's really do no harm to ourselves. Let's show respect. Let's act with dignity. Let's remember what we have to offer is full of quality and of value. I'm Stacey Hall, and I am pleased and honored to be one of the Digital Mentors coaches. I'm very much a happy member of this community, and I am wishing you all an abundance of sales, satisfaction, and success today, every week, every month, every year, and for all the years to come. Take care.